Good morning. Beautiful morning compared to yesterday. I have to say, it is definitely that. We have got wind. We haven't got the rain, lightning, and thunder. So I suppose that's something. It's the water has gone down on my street. There's still a little bit left on the driveway. I don't know that you would have seen that, um, but it's a little calmer. It's getting there. Bit devastating yesterday in various places and spaces around our area, like with Victor Harbour. There was some flooding there. There definitely was at Middleton. Quite an inundation across the road and all the way to Strath and etc. Many bits and pieces floating over roads and down roads. And yeah, look, it's what our weather is. It's what Mother Nature presents. It's what the world is. So it's wonderful to be here, though. So thank you for joining me, for those of you in a replay mode and those who are live. We have got Sue here. So good morning to you. You haven't caught me for a while. Looking forward to it. Good. That's wonderful. Now, this is the daily Lenormand card spread reading. So it is the general card spread. So you do need to take into consideration that you're tapping into your spiritual connections yourself as well with this one, most definitely, so that you can take what I'm receiving or expressing. I won't say it with a pinch of salt, but take it as a conduit that you're picking up what you need to for your particular situation in life, okay? So, and we've already got a troll on a Sunday morning. There you go. It is Sunday morning, the 13th of November here, for those who may be joining in from elsewhere over different parts of the world. So it might still be your Saturday evening. So here we go. I'm going to switch over to the cards. Beautiful deck. The Rana George is an absolutely perfect deck. It's got gorgeous colours. I mean, it's the multitude of what is bright colours, gorgeous design, and gilding. So on each of these, there is the gold coloured gildings. Now, I'm going to pan in a little now that you've seen them, and this here on the corner, that's actually the back of the deck, so that's why I've left that there. But I'm going to pan in a bit so that they are closer for you to see. I can't move the table. I actually did the cards a bit too close to me, so I can't move the table away any further from myself. So I'm going to try and get it so that you can see the cards a little more clearly that way. Right. And I might just shift myself down a little bit there as well so that I'll fit in better now that I've shifted the card zooming. So 5 cards is what Spirit wanted me to lay out today, and just in that different spread. It's not the usual one that I use through the weekday. So what we have got is the 3 cards on the top and the 2 as a base. I sort of felt as I was laying them down that Spirit wanted me to consider these top ones as being what is consciously going to be in your awareness today. And the bottom ones are more at that subconscious level. So that's how I'm going to read them. So with the top cards, this is the crossroads. As you can see, it's got a bit of a crossroad look to it, and I will straighten it up a bit more so that you can actually see it a bit easier. So there, it's directions. It's about shifting, choosing what path you want to go. So in this one, there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5. I don't know whether that's why there's a 5 influence today. So there is that crossroads. It's almost like it's time to make those choices. So get in, consider, feel through, think through, and put into place which direction, set your mind to which way you're going to go, and then step into it. Walk that path. I suppose, look, sometimes we can double back if you need to, but what then is the point of choosing that path? So step into it with full confidence, trust, and knowing that what direction you're moving is going to be the right one. And that's almost supported by the horse, like the horse with the rider. The rider is the 1 card. these are the digits that are there. So, and here we've got with the crossroads, it's a 22. So be guided by your angel energy there. The angel helpers are going to be helping you along the way there too. So with the rider, it's actually bringing that message that, there's something that you're needing to put out. You're in a direction that you're giving a message to others. Now, whether that's by example or whether you actually have something you're needing to be saying to those around you. I do feel with this one, there's someone specifically in mind. That's why the crossroads, that pathway, make the choice, make the decision, step out into it, and with full confidence and trust in spirit guidance that you are giving to the right people that you need as far as the messages that you're here to gift, to give, to send in whatever way that you feel that that's going to be relevant for you. Oh, good morning, Renna. Just saw you there. So wonderful. Lovely. I might have missed it earlier. And good morning, Viv. There you go. So after 20 years, wow. So your partner and you separated. Look, I understand that feeling. It was 33-year mark for me when I decided I needed to move on from what was others' perception of a good marriage. It does. It does come up with surprise for some, and it can be something that is, that's been in the making for quite a few years up to that point of decision and choosing. So take it with confidence and move forward with that. The message for others around you is going to be clear when you can express it that way. So 5 weeks is only a short time to get used to rearranging your life, isn't it? I do know and understand that feeling. So, now, here we go. Viv, that's only something that you and he can talk about if you're still at that talking point. Who knows? You know your circumstances of how that parting occurred. So communication is always going to be the best thing. Bring it in with a playfulness, because what we've got here is that message being shared in playful ways, with that wonderful way that children have the innocence of just stating things as they are without all the baggage that's brought into it. It does feel like what we're needing to do is expressing ourselves and playing in a way with how we are today that is in that, that exploring, that playfulness of what a child would do. They explore that, they're testing their world. So what we can see from this message in that this is what we're in our physical, the more obvious, that above the subconscious level, we are aware of what we're doing. So shift into what you're doing with an awareness of, I feel like doing this like I'm playing, not creating a childish game, but creating it that it's in a different perspective, slightly different edge of how you're doing things, that it really is bringing that sense of exploring, that sense of a child's adventure in discovering new and different ways of being in that lighter energy around what you're doing, what you've chosen to do, what message you're giving. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with that one. Good morning, Michaela. So for you, if you you can choose to approach and bring up these questions with him if you want to. I never stopped loving my partner, my husband, my love. He was. But sometimes life brings you those situations that you can't live together, that there's things you have to do. So he may not. If you really feel you need to know, ask. And here you go. Oh, I did put you up, Michaela. Sorry, I was going down to the next one, which is Renee. Hello, Renee. Lovely to have you here. I don't think I've seen your avatar before or your names. It's nice to have newbies. And here we go. Good morning from Keza as well. And Michaela's got those lovely little emojis. Great. So with this, that's where you're needing to bring your energy into your day in a more, in the sense of imagination of innocence. How would you be? Take yourself back to that feeling of what it was like when you were a child and we didn't have that sort of stuff we brought into every situation. It's as if you're discovering it anew, like you are stepping into those choices. like it's playing a game almost, but it's just having that sense of, oh, wow, it's going to be fun today. That's what I'm feeling, especially after yesterday's energy. Wow. So here we are with this that is the more subconscious level. Look, all the time we are in our minds, it feels like we are that. Here's the fox. It's not in its natural environment in this case. The fox would be out in, landscape, in country, digging, it lives from a den. They dig a hole and create a den, and that is their home. So I'm feeling that we're actually trying to find, this looks like a fox that's lost and it needs to find its way home, because this is the home in whatever way you want to fashion your home, whether it's a mansion, a castle, a humble abode. It doesn't matter. Home is where our heart is, where we're choosing to have family and others around and about us that are more in that intimate space. That is our comfort, our sustenance as far as the food and shelter, and the company, the emotional well-being and all of that that's involved. So here we've got the fox, confused, probably in the mind too much, worrying, wondering about where's the next meal, or how am I going to get more money to do blah, 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 blah. I do feel that what we are being directed here is to just be in it, that home space, find that home sense, the being centered, being at ease, and in what space we are creating our home within, that it is with that feeling of letting go the worry. Enjoy the company of those around you. Enjoy, being you in amongst that realm of who you choose as your family. And it's not going to be that sense of, look, there is some direction and spaces and places you can go, but it's more being at home today and really feeling comfortable with that, and allowing the mind to release that's the tension, and being in, and this is, remember, at the subconscious level. So I think probably what I'm getting from this is spending some time in a bit of a Zen space, do a little bit of meditation, and then bringing the energy into some playfulness, hearing what Spirit's got for you, because the choices are, you are going to be able to connect that fox. The fox thinks it's a white, there's no, we've got used to that phrase, wily old fox. I think because there is some smarts in how they think through, even as an animal, a living creature of not our ilk, but still in a way that's natural to them. They are thinking all the time, and here it is, lost, but now it's going to be finding its way home. Okay, so I'm feeling that is the direction that we're taking, is bringing it into being, what is your home space? Where is your home space? How am I feeling in the home space? Bring in that childlikeness and family, that connection with those who are family around you. Definitely sure that's the message for us today. So, and here's been a long time, everyone wants you those days, lots changing going on. There's certainly a shifting energy, and especially when you listen to outside and the wind that was going on, and it still is. And good morning, Sarah. So there certainly is energies that are shifting and moving around and about. So as far as how we actually manage what our choices are, and I'm going to just put this one on because I like to see it. I don't know if it shows up afterwards. Let's have a look. There it is, the snake. I just wanted to check because Friday night when I used this, hang on, let's point it the right way, that, the little snake. When I put that on Friday night, I had it on from the start, and we were watching it sort of build up in length. I hadn't tried it from the middle or the end of the show, so it actually does fill in with all of those comments that you have. Well, I can see them on the right, but they're somewhere. They're either on the bottom underneath the video that you're watching, this live stream, or to the side or wherever. So it does show up. There's some fun things that can be done on the B.live. So it's a great platform for live streaming if you have more desire to actually use this type of thing yourself. Give me a hoy, because I have an affiliate link for this one. And here we go. Oh, goodness, Keza, you're moving house and getting a new boss. Oh, wow. Exciting and scary at the same time, I suppose. Do you know your new boss? Hopefully, wishing all the best for that, and it all goes well with that shift, and definitely changing energies for you in a real way. So thank you for sharing that. And Keza, thank you, Ros. Have a good day. Thank you, each and every one of you. For those who are going to watch the replay, for those who are new to this, welcome. And thank you for being here. Tomorrow morning it should be about 8 o'clock, but it might be that I need to go earlier in getting this live happening. I have been called to doing some work. And Deirdre, good morning. Now, which page were you on? Because I have noticed it's possible, I don't know, it's possible that some of those that are on the rosboundy, like the profile, I haven't shifted that to a professional profile. Facebook just changes everything so often, and it gets very frustrating, and almost to the point where I may not be continuing. I'll be asking people, shift over to my YouTube. And there is a way of doing community interaction there. So I think I'm going to investigate it, because the changes, my brain just doesn't want to be bothered trying to work it out with the Facebook realm. I don't know. It's still something I'll decide, but you'll be certainly let known and encouraged when I do shift that energy for myself over to there. So we'll see. So good. Thanks, Rena, for that too. And you were on my originals friends page profile. I think that's the profile then. My personal Facebook space, not the business related, because the one with the little cartoony, what do you call them, avatars? No, Memoji, they're called, I think. The Memoji one that's on my rosboundy psychic medium page, and the My Time TV .live is a page as well. So it's those two that'll bring in these comments very easily. I don't know what's happening with profiles and the rest. There's just too much that's happening that's weird. But I love doing this. I love being here and sharing it with you. So I will continue in one way or another. I'm certainly going into the Soulpreneurs app on my Lenormand cards page. That is something I have got the gist of how to connect into there. So at some point I'll put that invite up again for joining there. Actually, I don't know that I can do it on the run here at the moment. No, I can't. So I'll find out how to do that, and you can join in there if you like to. It is another app on a phone, but or a mobile device. I think you can actually connect into it even on a desktop if you prefer watching by desktop, which is my preference, only because, these things are getting a little weaker. They definitely need these. So there you go. So thank you. And yes, whoops, hang on. And yeah, you are mentioning you do usually go on the YouTube. It's easy just to connect in there and watch, isn't it? So I'm not going to post that onto the Facebook stuff as in a link or whatever, because who knows? There's too many people getting banned and cut off and all sorts for no damn good reason. So, yeah. Thank you for being here. I love seeing you. I love the interaction. And look, I love it that you are just being the best you that you can be and sharing that with me as much as I can share with you too. So thank you. And until tomorrow, namaste.